Hello and welcome. This is Detective Lazaria. We're going to go back to Brotton Old Churchyard. This is a part 3, basically a bonus video, as I have discovered that the names that came through part 1 and part 2, the majority actually do happen to be in her family tree for Eliane Stonehouse. So, even though the ones I showed weren't her family members, those names did happen to be in her family tree. So I figured, hey, perhaps we should try to see if those ones that I was hoping to have come through. Otherwise, now that I have her tree up, I can easily search for the names that come through and be like, ah, they do indeed happen to be in her tree. Even though, due to privacy, I probably will not show it. I can just be like, yes, there are blah, blah, blah there. Such names. Okay, so hopefully, again, those spirits that want to come through, that are tied to Eliane Stonehouse, that may be possibly buried at this old churchyard, or just happen to be connected to her. And they want to just let her know that, they're here. All right? Spirit Talker on. REM pod. You were clicking and using, I think. It might have been somebody. The EMF meter is working. Cool. The cat balls will eventually work, hopefully. And if you want to, it's either you can let me know that you're here with a cat ball, or it's a sign I need to say a prayer. So if you were to tap a cat ball, it's saying, hey, can you say a prayer for me? I will. I have it right up here. So again, we're just doing a quick bonus video, part 3, now that I have her tree accessible, and seeing that the majority of those names did actually happen to be in her tree. And I was like, whoa, hey, cool. And then, of course, the ones that I showed were just ones that were buried at the old churchyard, not her family members. All right, so again, otherwise her family members can come through. Hi. Sorry, didn't mean to scare it. Oh.
Draining.
It's so interesting how you can sense it was. So I didn't let you know to gain the energy, go to the light sources, any of them or all 3, they're all on. 2 lamps, ceiling light. I don't know what you do to absorb it, but you just go up to it, I guess. Yeah? I figured it? Okay. What are the odds of it saying draining and the way it kind of used the REM pod? It was like, I can't do it. Right? Well, now that you know, right, to gain the energy, the light source, I hope you can utilize the tools.
Tapping.
Were you tapping on the REM pod? If you were tapping on the REM pod, or maybe they were tapping on the cat ball, but it didn't go off because they weren't fully energized yet. It's only been 4 minutes, so it's a possibility. They just need to, I guess, charge up. I did have all the lights off during peak hours because it was hot. But in order for them to gain the energy, I had to turn them all back on. Interesting. Well, we'll see. It's either they're tapping somewhere in the room, just haven't heard it yet. Or do the spirits tap at that person's home, Eliane's home? Do they make tapping sounds? Is that your indicator that you're there by tapping on things so she can hear you? One of her family members or loved ones? Oh.
Graciousness.
Okay. So like I said, I had a bit of a interesting ending for part 1. And so I did part 2. It was getting kind of towards the end. Even though one name at the end, which was Dorothy, happened to be in her family tree. It was just not the Dorothy in the old churchyard. So I was like, oh, cool. And again, she has one of the maiden names that she gave me. So I was like, awesome. So I did find a Dorothy in her family tree. I found a William, a George, a Mary, the names that came through, an Anne, an Annie. No Annas, though. Couldn't find an Anna. But then again, it put Anna, and then right after that, it put Anne. Like, no, wait, I meant to put Anne. So all those names that kind of came through, except Phil. But I think Phil was a spirit that needed the prayer. Yes. So they agree that Phil, even though I can't find a Phil in her family tree, it's because Phil from the old churchyard was coming through and asking for help and for a prayer, and I gave it to him. Hopefully it helped. Does anybody know if it helped him? Again, Phil, I forgot his full name, but it's this one. Phil Cornelius Harrison Stanton.
Creepy.
Creepy. Is it creepy that I remember all the names? They're like, dang, she remembers all the names. Yep, I sure do. Whoa. I don't know who this is, though. But as soon as I mentioned Phil, it started acting up. So maybe it's Phil? Is it? Yes? Okay. Hi. So again, he was only 18. And the way he passed away was pretty unfortunate. You want me to remind those that didn't see part 1 to know your story? 1 beep for yes. 2 beeps for no. When I say beep on the REM pod, I mean. Because it's unfortunate how he passed. I'll get it ready just in case. But again, he was considered a cadet. Oh!
Morris.
Hey, Morris. So I just said Morris, and I think there might be either Moore, Moore, that I may have saw in the cemetery. Let me check out Morris. First, let me just go ahead and go to her tree, type in the name, and say no. No Morris there. But maybe it's somebody that's at the churchyard that wants me to show him. I'm not getting any Morrises. Yeah, no Morrises that I can see. Unless it's spelled wrong. Yes.
I was in the
Go
military.
back to Phil. So Phil just said, I was in the military, cadet, and check it out. Right there. So I'm gonna let you see it. He passed away in a military hospital, and he was the victim of the virulent influenza pandemic that was sweeping the world at the time. So I think it's Phil coming in, even though Morris, maybe it's a person that he happened to be beside in the military. That's why we're not finding them in either the tree or the old churchyard. So I couldn't find him worse. But the fact that it says I was in the military, that's cool. And again, I'm sure there are other family members of Eliane Stonehouse that may have been in the military. Even somebody close to her. So is it a family member too that may have also been in the military? Did that EMF go to orange? Maybe. Interesting. Cool. And yes, there are, let's see, is it Tad with the V?
Comfort.
No. Okay. Comfort? Did you give somebody comfort? Were you the one that helped comfort Eliane? Again, Eliane Stonehouse is a viewer / subscriber who is living. I'm doing this for her. It's a bonus video, part 3. If you're referring to comfort, you could be say the father, or her husband who had passed too. So I don't know. You do Capall, Rimpod. If you are letting me know that comfort is referring to what you did for her, or maybe what she did for you. All right. I know that comfort can be a name, but I doubt it's in here. Yeah, I didn't think so. No. I'm ignoring that one.
She will harm you.
So again, some of the stuff that gets spewed is nonsense. So I'm not going to worry about that. So if it seems stupid or negative, it gets bypassed. It's not something that's tied to the family, tied to her, just random spew. Because it doesn't make any sense. Sorry. Next. So maybe sometimes, I don't know how this works for the spirits, how often they're able to get their energy to utilize the app to actually push stuff, such as I was in the military, versus, creepy. And maybe that wasn't supposed to go through, but it did. Anyways, I think most of my viewers and subscribers know that the spirit talker isn't always the spirits coming through.
We live on here.
Hey, It said we live on part 2, and the capital went off in the middle. But since I've obviously dismantled everything, put everything back up, I changed the balls, so it's not the same ball. But if it's possible, you want to light up any of the cap balls. You did that again on part 2, where you said we live on, and then the cap ball went off. So it's maybe her family members letting us know that they still live on. They're still probably keeping an eye on her, visiting her on special events, special days, obviously holidays, as if they haven't passed away. But however, they are not able to be seen, heard, or felt like they used to be. And I'm pretty sure it's unfortunately very sad to know that you aren't able to give your person a good old squeeze hug when you're right there and you're staring right into their eyes and you're like, oh. And you know that you just have to be patient and wait for them when it's their time. Because I have a specific one I'm hoping to see when it's my time. And the other 3. Anyways. Aw.
Happiness.
Are you letting me know that you are happy? I don't know which family members or which one's coming through. But it's good to know that you're feeling happy. Or maybe you're seeing Eliane, at least in a good state of being happy. Despite, without those ones that I'm trying to reach. Sorry, it is a very, haunted.
Haunted.
Interesting you say that. Are you letting me know, it's not like bad haunted, but are you letting me know that you somewhat do visit Eliane, and it may seem like it's a haunted place because of the spirits that linger? Because apparently somebody in particular definitely sees some spirits. So, interesting how you put haunted. Or maybe it's a possibility that maybe this old churchyard is also considered haunted. Ah, the old churchyard. Got it. Probably both. Maybe both. But probably the old churchyard. Oh no!
My stomach.
I think that might be tied to somebody. Appendix. Is it the one I'm thinking of? If it's the one I'm thinking of, can you do the REM pod? Unfortunately, I forgot to put that in my notes. How one of them passed away. Well, it just said my stomach, which might be tied. What was that? Did you make that sound? The big thud? To the corner of the right? Did somebody make a thud? Someone here? Oh great, now my place is haunted. That was a strange sound. And no, the person that normally would be downstairs went to bed early because it's so hot. He just wanted to lay down. And Daddy. Oh, wait.
Daddy.
It's the daddy? So it's her daddy? Elaine's daddy? Eliane daddy? Starts with an R? Ends with either, well, if it's short, B, or long, T? Or there's a nickname for them? That is so cool. Oh, okay. I'll try.
Hear us whisper.
Well, I heard your thud.
It's me making sounds.
Like the thud to the right that I heard. Because that was a strong sound that I normally don't hear. They definitely gained the energy. I can tell you that. Oh?
I was accused.
Well, that could be a repetitive spew. Otherwise, maybe there could have been a family member that could have been, I don't know. It wouldn't be something I can easily search in her tree. But maybe you're somebody in the old churchyard that was accused of something. I don't know. It's not going to let me find you by typing accused. But that may be your story. The spirit that's popping in. So again, recap before things disappear. It said draining at the very beginning, then tapping, and then all that stuff. And when it said draining, I noticed that the REM pod, the behavior of it trying to click and beep was weird, which made sense. And then as soon as I mentioned about lights, they're like, this? Okay, beep, beep, beep. So they figured it out. So again, I'm just fighting up over here for these spirits so they can, again, absorb the energy of the light. There's 3 light sources. I would love to turn on just one, but it gets very hard to see the scene that I'm filming. So again, just a bonus video for her. Hopefully she enjoys all 3 parts. So it looks like your daddy may have popped in. Oh, that's that.
It happened here.
It was spewed in one of my parts of, I forget which one, of course, that it said that. I don't know what here, like where here is. I don't know if you mean like her home or at the old churchyard. I don't know. Sorry. And like I said, I'm Detective Lazaria, always here to help any and all spirits that might be, in this case, residing at the Brotton Old Churchyard that may need help on maybe crossing over, being more at peace. And I can do that by saying a prayer, but you just have to indicate by tapping on one of those clear cat balls. And that's a for sure, yep, please do that for me. I'm like, okay, sure. I did it in part 1, I did it in part 2, I don't mind doing it in part 3. There's got to be some more spirits in this old churchyard that might just feel
Contentment.
Interesting. It said contentment. I don't know. We got some wise spirit coming up with a bunch of vocabulary. You're funny. Who's ever just coming up with all these words? You did that in part 2 or part 1. Resentment was one of them. Interesting how it's always ending with mint. Meh? Heard something. Did somebody fiddle with the straw on the skull cup? That's what it sounded like. So I have a straw, and it sounded like someone moved it or picked it up a little bit. Were you over there in that area? It's okay if you were. I just want to make sure that the sound that I heard was, funny enough, indeedly do, that straw. I forgot that I have that there. It's from Halloween. Or October, or November, October. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I mean, it said I make the noises, so I figured maybe that was them again. Although it's just my ears hearing things. Mm-hmm. Whew. Ah.
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Awesome. I'm not sure who she is that's here, but hi. You just informed me that you're here. Again, it said daddy earlier. Not sure if this is the dad of Eliane. Just definitely informing me that he is indeed here. You can again validate and clarify by getting close to that REM pod, the square device with the red light, even if it's just one.
Feel.
Ah, yes, Eliane has felt some spirits. Of course, I don't know if she knows who it is. It could be, of course, her daddy or someone else. So you're letting me know that Eliane Stonehouse does feel the spirits of her family members, including this one that might be speaking, which might be the dad. So I do have to apologize. It is going to require a couple scenes where I have to take a few sips of water during this. I don't know how long this will be. Probably, if I'm lucky, another 15 minutes or so. And because, again, I don't think it would have mattered if I did it tomorrow or today. It still would have been the same temperature, hot. It's like August sweat, hot. Oh, sleep?
Sleep.
Well, yes, it's another reasoning why I do cut it short, about 15 or so minutes, because I do need to get to sleep. Otherwise, is that how you passed away? Did you unfortunately pass away in your sleep? Did a family member pass away in their sleep? Any way to indicate that? The spirit is trying to let me know that. Not just saying, hey, you need to go to sleep, which I do. I will, at some point. I'm going to type in the word and see if anybody mentions that. Nope, nothing. Sadly. I see somebody might be here because the way the EMF meter keeps going. Speak. So, again, maybe just waiting to absorb the energy from a light source to do the things. Or they're searching for their name or for the right things to say. Alright. One more thing I'll try while I'm waiting. Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna. No.
He was hung.
Mm-hmm. I typed in that word. Nothing. So, again, it could be a spirit that was. I mean, there could have been some of those that happened in the area of where the churchyard is. Might not be recorded. It might not even be a person buried there. Maybe someone that passed away on the land. So, either I'm just going to say, I'm so sorry you were that, and whenever you need me to say the prayer, just tap a capo. I mean, it's hard to say if you're really coming through or if it's just a random spew. right there, my prayer. I just need to be known to do it. Okay. Oh.
Anvil.
So not Advil, but anvil, as in an item they used with the blacksmiths. So were you a blacksmith? I don't know. Don't think they really farmed. I don't think we'll get much luck on typing that in. Never mind.
Warfare.
Are you kidding? You gotta be kidding me. So it just said warfare and anvil. 2 clues to finding this person. Warrant Officer Ernest Radford. Before the war, he was a blacksmith. So, is this you trying to help me find you? Ernest Radford? If so, again, I need some clarification by you using either the EMF meter to orange or red, tapping a capo, which I might just say the prayer for you, or that REM pod. Did I find you? With your clues, anvil and warfare. Again, and maybe there was somebody who was during the war. I don't know. He was only 32 years old. Weep not, he is not passed away, but sleepeth. Ah, sleepeth. Remember, sleep? The way it says. I think this is indeed him trying to come through. At least with all of his little clues. That's cool.
Do you have questions?
I do have questions. Is there indeed, besides the daddy of Eliane Stonehouse, anyone connected to her, whether it's a loved one or a family member, besides, again, her daddy, that are going to join me or are here? Can you let me know with that REM pod? So we have the names of the parent and the sibling.
Begin.
Begin? Oh, you're going to begin to come through? I hope so. It's been 32 minutes. Oh, sorry, 33 minutes. And again, I am a little toasty. If you were to see a snowman, I would have been just a big puddle of water. So there you go. So again, the fact that it said sleep, oh gosh, there's a lot of information on that one. If you want to pause and read his story of who is tied to him, there you go. And yes, I'm going to actually type his last name and see if it's in her tree. No, it's not. At least I don't see it. I do have a Ernest that has a last name something else, but not that Ernest. Anyways. So there you go. Again, I'm finding young ones, either 18 and their 30s or 20s. It's like they definitely want to come through and maybe seek the help that they want or just talk and hang out. And of course, in part 2, there were some little ones that wanted to have fun. I don't know if they're taking a nap or what. But I'm just trying to seek those that are tied to Eliane Stonehouse and maybe, again, from the old churchyard of this area. So, yay. Oh, Hall. Well.
Hall.
So again, Hall was a repetitive phrase that came through a couple times. But there are apparently 6 halls. And wait a minute, now I remember. Right? Yes, I think, did we already mention this in one of the sessions? I don't know if it was available. Anyways, So we have a bunch. We have Ada, Benjamin, Charles, Eva, John, Margaret. So 6, yep, that's all 6. So if you're any of these Hall, hello, hi. I found 6 of the Hall families that rest there. I don't think, okay, hold on. You're like, maybe? I don't think so, but I just have to look. No Hall. Okay, just had to check. I just had to check. Oh.
The witch is here.
That is a good question. I believe in that area there could have been known witches. But yeah, it could just be a random spew.
My neck.
Again, Eliane, she can let me know if anybody had issues with their neck. Although that person that just happened to say earlier that they were HUNG also could affect their neck. But again, I cannot find them in this Find a Gray page. And I don't know if she knows if any of her family members had neck issues or passed away because they were HUNG. She can let me know in a live chat. Whoa. You're using the EMF?
I am Ambrose.
Oh. Are you using the EMF meter? Because it just went pretty strong. So you know what's cool? When all 3 devices go off. I don't know if it's like all at the same time, roughly at the same time, within a couple seconds. So like the EMF meter, then the REM pod, and then the capital kind of thing. That kind of validates that there was a spirit utilizing all 3. As if they just went like this. Whee! Let me type in Ambrose. Unfortunately, a lot of these names are not tied to the cemetery or here in a tree. Nope, never mind. There is an Ambrose. Hello, are you tied to her family tree? I found one. If this is Ambrose, saying your last name from 1824 to, doesn't say. If this is you, and again tied to Eliane Stonehouse, you let me know. I did find an Ambrose. I don't know if I can. House.
House.
Again, her name is Stonehouse, but you can't put Stonehouse. Were you trying to say her last name, her married last name, Stonehouse? If yes, and it just isn't easy for you to find stone, and that's what you're trying to put, can you interact with the REM pod? It's been quiet. It just said house. It said the house in one of my parts. I don't know. Maybe Ambrose had an issue with their neck. I don't know. Oh, maybe Ambrose had an issue where he... Anyways, I'm rambling. Sorry. I gotta get going soon, which is a very, very big bummer. But again, this was just a nice little part 3 bonus because I just want to let people know that I did indeed find that the majority of those names that did come through after finding her family tree had been in that family tree. Just unfortunately the ones I shared were not her family members. So I do apologize that I shared the wrong people. But again, the cemeteries that are in this area, they're not really well documented in the Find a Grave page. Emma.
Emma.
interesting. Again, none of the names that I was hoping to get are coming through at all. But a lot of names that may be, again, either from the old churchyard, which there's 4. We got, yeah, these ones. I was like, yeah. I don't know which one you are, but there's 10-year-old. Unknown to 1910. An adult. Nope, not really an adult. Yeah, an adult. And kind of an adult. So basically one little, are you a little one? Are you the first one? Are you Emma Hatfield? If you're Emma Hatfield, can you let me know? Cabell, Rimpod. Let me just check her page of tree. Yes, there is. Oh, that's good to know.
I feel free now.
Sorry, I have to hide some things. Is it Emma letting me know you're free? That's good to know, especially for the little one. Even though I have the prayer right here if you needed it. So, Emma, that happens to be in her tree, saying that they were born in 1851, different last name than the ones here. And I don't see any 1851. And it says that they passed away in 1928, so yeah, nothing. So, but there is at least one Emma there in her tree. I just don't know which Emma it is. If it's the child from the old churchyard, hi. I have some children spirits that hang out and stuff and talk about stuff. I got stuffies. You can play with those. Here's clear cat balls. You just kind of tap. That's me. Shake, pick up, toss, throw, slam on the ground. I don't care. Just be gentle though. And then the REM pod, you just get close to it. Like that.
There's 5 of us.
There's 5 children. Which could be true. I got Arthur, Dorothy, Sarah, this one, and I think one more. I forget the other one. But yes, I do have possibly 5 children. Otherwise, there's more family members trying to come in. So, again, a little bonus video. Earl. Hi, Earl.
Earl.
Again, none of the... Okay, is there a reasoning why you guys are avoiding to put your name on the said spirit talker, the family members that I have wrote down in my notes? Okay. I feel like they're doing it on purpose because they're like, haha, not gonna show you. I don't have an Earl in her tree. And no Earl in the, yeah. I'm not finding any Earls, sorry. There was no Earls to be found in either the Vina grave or her tree.
The others mean harm.
Okay. So is this unfortunately a sign that I might have to wrap it up? Because, again, stuff that just doesn't make sense coming through. Well, it's, again, unfortunate that I didn't get her husband's name to come through. Not even her daddy's name. Oh, that said daddy. I was like, that's close. And I'll say none of the names I had written on my notes, which I'll show you. Oh,
Shit.
beep. So apparently somebody had to cuss. Who did that? Huh? Interesting. Normally, okay, anyways, yeah, I was like, what am I doing? So again, I got a bunch of these notes for us, and I just couldn't find it. I'm just ignoring all that stuff.
Hierarchy.
So again, I got all this stuff for her. So this was this. I found somebody with a similar name, but I found out that there's no Jackson in her family. But there is, of course, these ones. So these do not connect to her family, sadly. I couldn't, again, get these names to come through. Not even that one again. Although I did get Dorothy with that last name. Unfortunately, I couldn't find that out until her tree. And of course, so again, I tried. I did try. I very, very much tried. But apparently I either upset some spirits because I'm telling them I can't continue if it continues to be like this, where it just seems off, negative, and not making sense. I don't want to drag an unfortunate few viewers down the unfortunate rabbit hole of nowhere. Well, I still appreciate whoever was trying to come through. Seems like Phil definitely wanted to make his presence known again. That's when it said, I'm in the military. And the REM pod seemed to act up again. I was like, cool. And I did say the prayer, so hopefully he received it. It has said the house and house. So it's like as if someone's trying to say something.
Excellent.
Well, I remember that coming through in one of my sessions in the previous ones that I did. But maybe they just wanted to say excellent. I don't know. But if it was somebody trying to say her married name, but couldn't find, of course, Stone, I found partial of it, and it said the house and house. Can you let me know? Again, REM pod, capital. Excuse me. It's hot. No, definitely isn't as active as it was earlier. Oh, okay.
Need help.
It's funny. Excellent. Need help. Like, excellent that I do help them, and now they're letting me know that they need help. Who is the one that's seeking help? Can you let me know? Just like you put need help. I need your name. Because that way I can address your name into the prayer. Or at least know who I'm saying the prayer for. So I'll give you a moment here to say it, all for your name, and then again I can address you. Because I got it right here. Let me already get it pre-ready. All right.
Hilda.
Hi, Hilda. Hopefully you received that prayer I just actually said. I was like, oh, just say it now. Hilda, did you get it? Sorry, I said it while you were trying to find your name, but hopefully you got it. So to Hilda, that prayer was for her. Hi. Let's see if there is some Hildas in the cemetery. Please hold. I have to go back. There is. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's her maiden name. Hey, and that's funny.
Baron.
She always, for the little ones, she would always mention that word, Eliane. So again, I don't know. I have to see if this one's tied to her in any way. But what are the odds of it having the maiden name? And, of course, a middle name that's common. So this one's only 22. I can see why you needed the prayer, by the way. Oh, well, that's
I'm outside.
So weep not for me, but be content. Hey, didn't it say contentment earlier? I was not yours, but only lent. Wipe off these tears and grieve no more. So, it's wow. I gotta go check her page out. There is a Hilda, but I don't think it's the same one. No, it's not. This Hilda is apparently born 1921, but there is a Hilda. So I think that it's interesting how there is a Hilda Jane Walker. Was she supposed to find you so she can add you to the tree? Like there might be a connection that she may have not added yet, and you're helping her fill in the tree? I don't know. Look into it, Eliane. It's got your maiden name. So maybe there's somebody in that family that happens to have that. See me?
See me.
Well, I see your page. So here, what was the spouse's name again? So we don't know the maiden name of her, but it says, dearly beloved wife of James Walker. Is there a James Walker in her family that happens to have no spouse? No. It could be John, because sometimes James goes by John.
Horses.
Horses? There is a bunch of John Walkers. So who knows? But there was no James. So horses, are you letting me know that you happen to have a horse or something? Again, there was a blacksmith. They did work with horses. Hey,
I was in the military.
I think it might be that one that I may have found earlier that was, yeah. No, I forgot who it was. Bolts. Just type in blacksmith. And then if it continues to spew, Ernest, again, he could have been in the war. A warrant officer. Before the war, he was a blacksmith. So, horses. I was in the military. I might be Ernest again. Hi, Ernest, if you're back. Hi. Howdy. I have a spirit horse named Bobby. Might be hanging out here. I don't know. This is his ball, by the way. If it goes off, it's Bobby saying hi or nay. So again, it just said horses, and I was in the military again. So I think oh.
Share my message.
Okay, I'm assuming it's for Eliane. I'll try to share it. You have to tell me what it is. You can use the REM pod as a Morse code thing. You just gotta go beep, 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 whatever Morse code it is. It's been very quiet on it. So if you need to share a message,
Rosemary.
Hi, Hi, Rosemary. Spirit guide, Rosemary? I don't know. I gotta end it very soon. It's getting to my 1 hour mark. No Rosemary. Either. So it might be a spirit guide popping in. Is Rosemary helping the ones that are in the military? That keep popping. Bobby! Are you kidding me? I have a strong horse spirit. And I think he knows how to find his name. Hi, Bobby! Hey! But that is also a nickname that she does kind of give to her father, even though it's Bob. So it could be both. Is Bobby a possibility of the father of Eliane too, trying to come through? Otherwise, it could be the horse, who I just happened to mention. Because again, what are the odds of it saying horses? Stay here. Oh, come on.
Stay here.
Of course. Isn't that typical? They're like, no, you can't leave, even though it's almost 1 hour. You gotta stay. We're finally figuring out how to use this tool because apparently Bobby just found his name in 5 seconds. They're like, hey, how'd you do that? He's like this, nay, 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 nay. Actually, I'm pretty sure they have a unique way to communicate to spirits from other... Anyways. I'm just rambling nonsense, and I do have to, unfortunately, take a moment to wipe. Well, hi, Bobby. Oh, right. Sorry. Type in Bobby. Duh. No Bobby. No Bob. So there's 11 Roberts. So we have a ton of them. Oh, Leo came through.
Leo.
Hi, Leo. So we have 11 Roberts. So there could be, again, somebody that is trying to come through with the nickname Bobby, or it's the horse Bobby. And hey, there's that one name that I mentioned earlier in part 1 and 2. Sorry, I just have to... Cute. Cute last name, by the way. Robert Snowball. That's cute. Leo. There's a bunch of Leonards. There's 3 of them. Unfortunately, I gotta get going. They're like trying to spew as many names as possible. Of course, none of the ones that I was hoping to hear from. Oh, there's a Thomas Leo. Are you Thomas Leo? Oh, that's a sign.
Malice.
Yeah, it's a sign I need to get going. So there is a Thomas Leo in her family, but I don't know. Well, thank you for popping in, Bobby. Saying your name at least. And if it was maybe the father of Eliane trying to take that advantage of putting the name Bobby. Cool. But unfortunately, part 3 didn't go as planned. Alright.
I've been here for 100 years.
This is your detective, Lazaria, signing out. Peace, love, and eternity. Bye.